Thank you, Pipita. Pipita, the answer or the conclusion to today's subject, whether a second term spells doom to the Kenyans, the answer has been affirmative. Yes, that indeed we cannot risk to do the same, as it will end up being catastrophic to ourselves, to our country, to our future, and to our economy. And you can clearly see that having followed a well-organized discussion, I commend you for what you've been tonight. The desperation is now pouring in, and the desperation is coming in form of intimidation. The intimidation here is electoral invincibility for the incumbent. To answer them, I'll tell them that we have been aware of this, we've been prepared for this, but we know, as per the ruling of the High Court, the minor Kiai case, that the elections are determined at the polling station. And once the count has been entered in the form 34A, that is the end. And the nullification of the same can only mean that we go back to the ballot, because even the Supreme Court does not have the mandate to overturn the results to change the results other than to invalidate the results. We are prepared in all ways in technology to ensure that they're gonna be one of the best electoral integrity in this country. Today's development, that you read to as at one point, that the IEBC have said no use of smartphone. If you ask me, that is a positive development, because we know how the manipulation is being used. But you can clearly say what they're saying. They're saying we're gonna rig these elections. They're saying we're gonna manipulate the voters. They're saying the results will be doctored. We are waiting for you in all ways. You've told us that elections does not belong to the revolutionists. Yes, it does not belong to the revolutionists. It belongs to the constitutionalists. And we have refrained and contained ourselves up until 2027. And if you want to measure the intensity of our force, go ahead and rig elections in 2027. Peter, as I wind up, I've seen people profile other people. But I want to tell you, Kenyatta was not a Kikuyu. He was not a nationalist. He was a thief. Just that it goes in record. Moi was not a Kalenjin. He was an oppressor. Kibaki was not a nationalist. He was a tribalist. Uhuru Kenyatta was not a nationalist. He was a scion of a thief. And so was Raila Odinga, a scion of an indecisive leader. This guy by the name of William Ruto today, he is not a nationalist. Neither is he a Kalenjin. He is an elite who has benefited from paying patronage to the fuller multi-ethnic elitism. And I call it multi-ethnic because it does not represent one community. It is a combination, a conspiracy by a few minority to exploit all of us. And so I end by telling us a time has come for us to realize that we are bound today by the homogeneity of this contention. We are dissolution lords. Some people say this is not a community. It is an echo chamber. No, it is not a circle jack of gigolos masturbating. These are people who have been disillusioned by William Ruto and are ready to take him out in 2027 by ballot. And if he dares us, we're gonna invoke Malcolm X and go for the second option, the bullet.